life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. You, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. Quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
Good morning. How are y'all doing? Hey there, Chris Miller. Good to see you. There's Gypsy saying good morning right back at ya. Chaotic the beautiful. Love you, girly. And there is Izzy. Good to see you. All right. I thought you were already over. I'm sorry. Is it not 11? I'm sorry. I can wait. Come back a little bit. My brain is not awake, but I'm gonna slam another coffee. I hear you. I hear you. Do y'all want some links? Let me throw some down there. Y'all want to come up and I was right in the middle of sharing an experience, I'll call it. I'll let some more people come in. Come on in. Come on in. And then I'm going to share this experience with you. Is why I titled it, Do You Like Roses? Yeah. It's, hey, Peachy Pete. We love you. You know that? She's cleaning. We love her for that too. I'm sure Ghost loves you for that. We're all clean freaks in here, aren't we? We're always talking about cleaning. We're like OCDs. Oh, did I put it down? Did I put the sorry. Here we go. Paste. There we go. Okay, there's y'all some links. Hey knee Pats, good to see you too. See, did I get everybody? Got Chaotic, got Sarah, Peachy, Chaotic, Sarah, knee Pats. Okay, there's y'all some links if y'all want to come up. Yeah, our gangster knee Pats. Yeah, man. So this is a one of those stories. I'm not gonna come up today because I've got to play mom and take my teenage son to the mall in a movie after I get off of here. And so I haven't washed my wig yet. It's not a wig, but that's what I call it. So after I get off here, I'm going to go wash the wig and get ready. It's raining here in North Kakalaki, so It'll be a process. Anyway, so like an experience that I thought I would share when I don't necessarily need to cam up for. It's sort of a good good story to share, experience to share with you while you're just listening and cleaning, like Peachy Punch is there. Again, I hope everybody's having a good morning, and it is Friday, right? Today Friday. Today Friday. I was talking to Brainworms, and I was share. It's going to be 105 today. Holy cow! Are you in the South too? Probably. Yeah, man. And it's like rainy here, so it's gonna be like, my wig is gonna be definitely out in a fro. So if you're missing a wallet, it's probably in my hair. Yep. If you're missing a set of keys, I'll look in my hair for you because they're probably there. They're in my wig. So I was sharing with Brainworms over on Izzy's this morning. And I got to get my motivation, need to get more of this house done and spooky goods. But where they go. Well, you can listen to this story, or you can come up and share with us whatever you wanted to with what happened last night. So as I think I was about 19 years old, and I was the receptionist at a financial institution. It's a credit union, um, a local credit union, and it is in an industrial part of the city, an old part, old section of town. Where there's a lot of factories and home cook kitchen type dives, greasy fork kind of thing, greasy spoon, knife, fork. Okay, cool. Peachy says, I wonder if the stone from my wedding ring ended up in your hair. It's probably in my hair. Have no fear. So I'll go through my fro today and see if I can pick it out for you. Guardian Angel, good to see you. Always good to see you, Guardian Angel. Absolutely. I lost a diamond from my band a while ago. It's vintage and I'm pissed. It's probably in my hair. So I'm working at this credit union and I'm the receptionist, and it's a high volume bank. And so my shift would be before everyone else. So, like, if everyone went to lunch 12 to 1 or 1 to 2, I was the receptionist. So I had to go at 11 alone so that I could be there to cover the phones for on the switchboard for the, um, the lunch crew so that everyone could answer their phone. Good morning, Scott. I'm sharing that story with you guys. Why I do you like roses?
What kind of rose?
Exactly.
You
We'll,
talking flowers or electronic?
we'll get to that in just a minute.
Okay,
So,
fine, fair enough.
so it's funny that you ask. So I'm working at this bank as a receptionist, and I'm covering my lunch. I'm going to lunch alone because I have to be there covering everything so that everyone else can go to lunch. Right? We lost Sarah. Did we lose you? It's gonna take me forever to get through this story, isn't it? Okay,
You're
we'll
work
try it again. All
you're
right, you
working as a
there?
receptionist. That's what I heard until I tried to press a button.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, so I would get these calls, and when you're on the switchboard, it's sort of like in these chat rooms, all you have is your headset, right? And we would get so many calls a day. I was constantly members credit union, members credit union, members credit union, members credit union, and so I'm constantly working a switchboard like that. Good morning, members credit union. Good morning, members credit union. And when they would stall, you would have to stop and have a conversation, no matter how. And your switchboard, the lights are going off, and they're going off, and the pressure is on. And you're 19 years old, wanting to put a good, uh, good work ethic there, and so you get nervous. Well, I got this caller, and he would ask a question or two. How was your day today? There, my real name is Cynthia, and I was like, it's fine. I liked that dress you wore to the restaurant yesterday, and I was like, huh? Like I knew he knew what I had on. And so this went on for a while, and he called me one time, and it was like Valentine's Day, the week of it. And I was in an abusive relationship at the time, no romance. And he said, "Do you like roses?" And the switchboard's going off, and the switchboard's going off, and I'm gulping my throat. The
Weird.
store? I said, "The store?" He goes, "Because that's a chain store down here in the South. Roses is like a Walmart here."
Mm,
Yeah, yeah, I
never
said,
heard of it.
yeah, I said, "The store?" He kind of chuckled. He goes, "No, the flower. Do you like roses?" And I was like, yeah, I guess. And the phone's going off, and people are looking at me over at the teller machines. The tellers up at the thing, were looking at me like, "What's wrong? Why aren't you answering the phone?" Because it rolled over to them, and they saw
Right.
I was like in distress. And I was like, "There's this guy, he keeps calling it, and he'll start talking to me and asking me questions and telling me how pretty I looked at lunch, and
The switchboard
how
stalker.
he totally stalked me for a long time. And then one day, oh, I hope I don't start crying. I can't, there is some PTSD with stalkers. I was in the break room, and the Gowings vending machine guy came in, and he starts filling the chips up and the candy bars and the honey buns. And he breathes down my neck and says, "Do you like roses?" And I about pissed
Oh my
myself.
God, hell no.
And
That is like a horror movie. That's a plot for a
I had
horror
been
movie.
I had been on a date with that guy. I had been on a date with that guy, and halfway through the date, I got a bad feeling. I got a bad vibe.
He's a murderer.
And I had him take me to my sister's instead of home. And I remember when he would come into the
Good
break room,
choice. Good
I was
choice.
like, is he gonna bring up the fact that I cut that date short? And then I had that halfway through the date. I was like gulping my throat.
You knew.
Something's not right here. And it turned out to be the same guy. He was a stalker, but
He's the
it took my
switchboard
sister. 'Cause
stalker.
I have older siblings. Thank you, God. And I have a hound dog sister who's now passed away. Miss her every day, but she was like a hound dog, man. She was, all I had to do was go tell her, and
Hmm.
she was on him. She was calling the company, got him fired, and but long story short, she got, I think she got rid of him. I mean, I don't know. You might be there in the audience. You never know. They could still be. I mean, I've had several in my lifetime. I'll tell them at different times, but today we're going to talk about, do you like roses? And how when we're in these chats and we're talking, and we're hooting and up and all, and we let our guard down, and we don't realize that there are those creepy meffers out there in chat among us, just like that. I mean, he was there every day that I ate my lunch in the break room, filling up that vending machine, and I didn't know that was who my stalker was, that was him. My sister is who he sent me roses, and my sister did the sleuthing, and found out that he was who or had ordered them and had them sent to me at the desk on the desk. Yeah, so Yeah. Creepy. Did we lose her? Baba Booey. You have a rose. You're making it. Okay, good. Yep. That's some bullshit that happened to me, man. I was like only 19. This happened to me in high school, but he was calling me at home.
I'm
Also
here.
peeping Tom at the same time. We lived walking distance from the school. Yeah, this was I had to I went to the bank supervisor. I believe her name was Jeanette. And then I went to the bank CEO, Braswell, I think was his last name. They were super nice to me, and I told them what happened. And so when I would get those calls, they would immediately take over the call for me. They told me just transfer it directly to Jeanette, just send it to Jeanette right away, immediately while he's talking. And so I
That's
did.
creepy.
It
Creepy as
was
hell.
creepy, and because I had to sit out there like a open target for him. And then my mom was everywhere. Who is it? Who is it? Is it him? Is it him? Is that him? Does he sound like that? And all this time he had been back in the break room, filling those machines up, hearing my most darkest secrets talk to my girlfriend. I'm back there in the break room and we're just shooting it up, talking about this, that, and the other, not paying attention to the workers there, the maintenance people, the people that are you think are not listening to your conversation. Oh, they are. They are. And it's just like these chat rooms on a sort of a similar level, right?
So you know how you sort of lost me for a minute?
Yeah.
It looked like, well, you know what happened was apparently they must have did some kind of a an update for phones, and I had to do the two-step verification. So now on your iPhone you can now, like, before I couldn't join the chat while I was on
Oh,
StreamYard, and now I can, so I had to do the two-step verification. That's why I just wrote testing in chat.
oh,
So
okay.
now I can actually comment like I'm on a desktop or laptop. So this is the first time I've seen this. So now I can,
Oh,
comment and chat and talk on the StreamYard. So that's really weird. Usually it's limited to desktop or laptop.
I bet that walk home, Sandy, was scary. See, I had to keep going to lunch by myself, but they did work with me. They would let me like go staggered rather than go every single day at 11. Like they would say, "Hey, do you want to go to one today?" And so I wouldn't like he would be at his lunch and couldn't stalk me because he didn't know that I was going at 1. He thought I was going at 11, you know what I mean? And so we finally narrowed it down with the roses. My sister figured it out. We put it all
Did
together. It was like, "Oh my god, yeah."
did you ever carry weaponry, either you or Sandy?
I carried a mace on my
Back to
keychain.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did.
yeah, I did.
Now or then?
Back then I did.
Oh, okay. I don't really remember how far back Mace went. Yeah.
It was on my keychain from
I
what I
know
remember.
I always felt on guard and ready for anything, like I was talking about yesterday with you with the always in fight or flight mode. So I felt like I was always prepared for it per se, but nothing like what you had happen to me. But I always had weapons on me and was ready for a fight. I don't know.
It was crazy. I've had a couple in my lifetime. One time it was another maintenance man, believe it or not, just like Albert DeSalvo, the Boston Strangler. He was a maintenance man, and he would go around to apartments of single women and go, "Maintenance," and they would open the door. That's how easy
Weird.
it was for Albert DeSalvo. He would
Yep.
stalk these women, and his maintenance man get up with what do you call it, jumpsuit they wear, and he would maintenance and come on in. you know
These all sound like movie plots, and that's a good reason exactly why I carried weapons like this. But I got pulled over once for, I don't know, some dumb stuff, but I mean when I was younger and stuff, you know. And one of the
Mhm.
times that I got pulled over, they did see one of my weapons and they questioned it like I was doing, you know what I mean? So it almost got me in trouble. But One of them was a base a baseball bat, and they're like, "Ma'am, what are you doing with this?" But I was sure to put my softball glove with it. You know what I mean? And I just said, "Oh, I play softball." You know what I mean? So I was able to use, but they didn't see my machete. They did see my machete, so I got out of that one. But
Being you
yes, I
know,
carried a machete in my car.
yeah, well, that's a good thing. Living alone, think about it. Like the Boston Strangler would get in. Also, he would watch routines. That was another reason why they would make me go at different. Not make me, but let me go at lunch staggered like that, so I wasn't doing the same thing every day. But the Boston Strangler would notice, okay, when she comes home from work, she takes out her garbage. And then he would slip in the apartment
Mhm.
while the door
Mhm.
was open and she was at the dumpster.
Yeah, that
Little
caused a lot
things
of
like
chaos
that that
here.
we take for granted every day. We just leave the door open, or leaving our baby in the car while we're pumping gas. What is the answer to that, by the way?
The strangler caused a lot of issues here.
Because sometimes you can't use your card. They'll say, "Sorry, the reader's broke and you got to come in." And you got, all these babies. What do you do?
Another thing I always thought of is you get in the car at night and somebody reaches behind and grabs your neck. So I always get, every time I, still to
Yes.
this day, all these years later, every time I get in my car at night, I always do a search. I always look all throughout the car and in the
Yes.
back and everything to make sure before I even put it in drive, I always check.
I bet
It might sound
you're
paranoia,
always
but
in
hey,
ninja mode, aren't you?
I am. I'm always ready for it. I'm ready for it. Come at me, bruh. Come at me, bruh. I will stab a bitch.
You went to school with Tony the Tiger too, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Grand Funk Railroad, man. I knew it. Grandmaster Flash. Don't.
I can make these little weapons for women to carry too. They slip
Yeah,
on your
keys.
knuckles. It's kind of like a brass knuckle. It goes on your keychain.
Yes.
They're little protection things that I could make for women. They're made out of resin, and they just it just casually goes on your keychain so that if you ever get in a situation where someone comes at you or a man attacks you in a parking lot or something, you could just stab them with your knuckles and run.
Yes. And I've gotten hooked on these videos um of the ring where they just narrowly miss you coming up behind you. How people don't sense their breath. I mean, within just moments. And so, if I could ever be an endorser to these ring can't get you like 20 of them, and I think every bank needs one, these fuzzy ass, cameras, but everybody's got a ring, and you can see, uh, Osama bin Laden had better footage using his camera in a cave in the middle of the Middle East
And get
than
you a good
some of these
dog.
footages that we're supposed to like.
And get you a
So
good old
whatever
fashioned dog.
technology Ring is using, we need to dump the old beta crap at the bank, and invest in whatever the Ring technology is. But yeah, so like it's made me more aware of, wow, this is like really. And I thought I was a paranoid person to begin with, but watching
Hmm.
those videos, it's like I'm not enough.
Well, at least if
Yeah.
you are, you're always ready.
One of them is where they're wearing delivery clothes and they look like an Amazon driver, and they come to
Yep.
your damn door. Do you open it?
They don't come to my door.
They don't.
Nope, because I put up a chain link gate to enter even the carport, and there's a dog on the other side of it, so they drop it over the fence.
So I'm
And
never gonna get you this soap, Emma.
nope, they're not gonna open it. I mean, I see them a lot, and when I see them, I just say, put
Right.
it. You could just drop it right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and like these were like we're well, we have to get a picture of it.
My dog's
I
photo
can't
bombs.
remember what
Yeah,
their
they take a
excuses
picture.
were, but they ambush you. There's like 20 of them hanging, waiting for the guy, the front man. Then there was one that was bringing looked like Chinese food, and it was a girl, but there was like 20 guys behind her, getting ready to come over the fence. But luckily, they never opened the door. And she's like, "I've got your food. I've got your food." Like she's a whatever these places are called. Um, and they were like, "We didn't order any food. Go away, please go away." And she like kept on and kept on, but luckily they never opened the door. But they said, "Look what's happening while she's at the door." And you see these figures just jump over their fence, come onto their pool area, and to the back of their house. And the cops take forever. I'm sorry, my dad was a cop. Sorry, but it's like every single. Well, how did that end? How did that? Well, by the time the law got there, there was nothing they could do.
There's plenty
I
of other
hate
targets around
that.
than me. There's
'Cause
plenty of other targets.
this is worse than Robert Stack back in the 80s. Unsolved mystery. I need them to be solved, people, so that I can get some sleep. Right? Let me just have one solved one, and then I can get some sleep. But every single one of them was like, well, by the time the officers arrived.
Huh.
You're right.
Well, fortunate for me, I also live right next to the Popo and fire station. That's why you
Have
always
free
hear
fire.
sirens on my live.
Hey, good, no fear. And Sandy says, I'm free side. Yeah, so that's what I was going to talk about today. That's what the do you like roses?
I had no idea where you were going with that. I
Right.
was more preoccupied in my brain with some of the shit I was just reading
All right, I'm
before I
gonna
came
mute
here.
out and let you talk so that I can get me
Don't
something
mute
to
out.
drink. Well, I'm gonna get me
Oh,
something to drink real quick, and I mean that was a mouthful I just did.
okay. So
So
anyways, that
I'll
was
let
all
you.
random, random. Get you a drink.
Okay, so you go ahead.
So anyone that just got here, this was random as hell. She talked about like how she got, I guess there was a switchboard psycho stalker that used to call her, and I had no idea that this live was going to be about that. Um, I talked about how I was ready to stab people and I had weapons in my car and stuff like that when I was younger, everyday life, stuff like that. And I thought this was going to be about other things going on the YouTube street, so, I'm kind of caught off guard by this, but, you know, fight or flight. I'm always in fight or flight.
Talk about what you heard last night or saw this morning, or what you were sharing with me. Bring me on up to stay to bring me on up to
Well,
status.
I flipped on the thing to drink my coffee and I looked and I saw a post by Southern Girl that she had posted a couple pictures about, how I was right, we were right.
Right.
There was a screenshot of a supposed secret group. So like I
So
know
when
for
when they
me,
said when they said we were the ones that formed a coup,
it was
we just
actually
laughed.
them.
It
I
was
never,
them.
never. I had their back till the end. So now I know I made the right. Now I just confirmed that I made the right choice because I had their backs and I never would have talked about any of those people in there like that. So fuck that shit. All right.
I
Who's
thought
the
that
fake
was
one? Who's the
the
fake? All
I'm
right. Yeah.
sorry, but I
Okay.
have to
Y'all had
laugh
a
at
secret
it.
group that you were concerned. I went in other
They're like, we
chats. That's
want to
some
see
crazy ass shit.
the screenshots between you and
Just
Southern
because I
Girl.
went
It's
in
like
other.
there aren't any because there wasn't a coup, right?
No, I don't know where the word came from. Like it's been floating around for a while. I didn't know if like you mentioned something about one like being sarcastically or something. I honest to hell don't know where that word came from. Did you like say something sarcastically about it? Like where did they get the word from? Can you remember or
Let
no?
me think.
Because the word came from somewhere and I just don't know. It wasn't me,
It
and I
had
didn't
to
talk
have
to anybody. The only thing I
had to have
addressed
been
the
in
concern I
comments that
had.
I've read through the night. I'm sorry. I won't interrupt anymore. Go ahead.
No, 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 you're good. I'm just saying
I'll shut up.
all I did was it's the bottom line is I addressed the concern I had. I thought I did it the right way. And then when I was talking to two of the people about the concerns, it was brought I mean, they did say something about something that didn't sit well with me after the conversation was they said one of the person said to me, people were concerned about some of the chats you were in. People were concerned that you were in other chats and not here. And I'm like, after for the couple days that percolated in my brain and it got me thinking, it didn't sit well. It gave me a little weird feeling in my gut, like, wait a minute,
Can
what?
I ask what chats do you think you were in or that you can remember that you were in that Constance says you would have been sitting in while they were bashing him? Do you have any
Nope,
idea
never.
what she's
No,
talking
never.
about?
No, never. Besides, the only one they expressed the open problem with was when we went to that BK one, but that's not it because it was something before then. The only ones I ever went and like I wasn't trying to and just to back it up, it's okay to have friends that don't like other friends. Like that's how we are in real life. Every friend you have in real life doesn't like all of your friends, and vice versa. So you have to think of it that way. That's why the psychology of this really blows my mind sometimes. Like just I mean, like I had all their backs. Like the people I picked as mods had their backs. I thought and I'm not saying anything bad about all of them or anything like that. I'm not even like saying all of them or anything, but it was like a punch to the gut when I saw that this morning that there was a group discussing where that's just really it's paranoia. I'm sorry that people will hurt you and stuff. I'm sorry some people have trust issues. So do I. I get it. I can get that and everything, but at the same time, there was nothing. I go to Team Rose's chat. I go to all of them. It's freaking YouTube. But
If we
even if
were
I'm
to
in
put
those
this
groups, I
in
still had their
political
back.
if
I
we were
still had
to
their
put
back.
this if we were to put this in a political perspective, even the Democrats want you to go listen to the Republicans' argument. They they want you to go hear what they
Yeah.
have to say, and then they, excuse me, rebuttal it, and then that they're called debates.
It's
They
not always
want
the
you to
yeah.
hear the other side, and then if I were to put it in a religious aspect of it here, if I were to analogy rather, um, even Jesus wants you to go spread the word among those that are not equally yoked
Mhm.
to us. That's called being a missionary. You
True.
can't spread the word if you're stuck in the same 10 people. How are you
Right.
spreading your word? And
Right.
so
And I'm
it's very odd to me how anyone would want you to be narrow-minded and we're
well,
the
I don't
only
want to be
two
limited.
out of here alive.
I don't want to be limited to the choices that I for entertainment. Like some of it's just entertainment, you know what I mean? And sometimes I'm just looking for information. What chat I'm in is not a reflection necessarily of my beliefs. Sometimes I'm there just mainly gathering information. But I like to take myself out of a situation and look from both sides, and I did that. That is what I chose to do, and I'm glad I have the ability to think on my own and making it and to make an informed consent, I need to see both sides fairly. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And maybe I
absolutely.
was too judgmental, and which is what I was calling out myself. So I had to be fair and look from both perspectives. And I'm glad I have perspective and the ability to do that. Okay, I'm not narrow-minded, but like I said, where I am is not necessarily a reflection of my beliefs. Sometimes I am
Okay,
just
and
gathering info.
twice I've been told by very good friends of mine, Striker. And my response was, why would I want to do that? I want her to hear my side. I don't care if she picks it apart and whatever. She's entitled to that. God bless America. We have freedom. And
Mhm.
so why would I want to restrict that? I want her to hear my side. Whether she agrees with it or not, that's still my side. She doesn't get to
Mhm.
control how I perceive things and how I'm responding to it. So, but I do
Mhm.
want her to hear it. So why would I do that? I don't care
Mhm.
if she's thinks I did it wrong. Well, I'm not her. She's not me, or we're not
Right.
we. So I mean, and Leslie's saying that, well, I never liked her. I never liked her from the start. Well, then, so you were fake, just like Southern Girl said in her post. You just proved Southern Girl right. You pretended to be my friend, and you never were. You just admitted you're phony and you're fake. Thank you for admitting that. That's all that did. That didn't hurt me. That just hurt your credibility.
I won't lie, I did always have I've always had a I guess you could say soft spot for her and Constance both in certain ways. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like she said, I think I heard a clip yesterday, Constance saying that about me, but it's gone. But mine's not completely gone still, and I just wish I could fairly get the points across. You know, like yesterday with chaotic, for instance, the receipts, like people are you know, I was so confused. I've been going to the beach. I flip it on and they're streaming. I mean, I couldn't see or hear everything. I'm at the beach. I'm enjoying that shit. Okay, it was beautiful out here. I'm in paradise. Okay. Anyways, I was listening to it while I was beach combing and stuff and catching frogs, catching frogs and crabs. But I see receipts of mine, like screenshots. Well, I never said anything about stuff, so I don't know why there was a receipt about stuff I make. I never said anything about that, so I don't know what I must have missed. I must have missed something clearly. I don't know. That's okay. That's one thing, but why are there receipts? Is this like because of what happened at Ghosts or during the day at Traders or like there was some receipts posted from Chaotic's makeup and stuff. So what is the retaliation against me for when the receipts were Chaotic's? And Chaotic and I have been very quiet and not said anything. We were just being quiet, like trying to stay out of that side of things and not put stuff out. I don't like putting people's private texts out. I still had the whole time when everyone was mad at Mama T. I still had receipts. When she attacked me, I still had text messages that I didn't want to put out. That's okay. Like I'm gonna keep them. You know what I mean? I don't want to be bring them out just because other people would. Are you still there?
That's exactly how I feel.
But anyways,
I was
the
letting you
the
talk.
oh, thank you, I appreciate that. So the whole argument was chaotic. Only reason chaotic had those receipts out is because people were saying things about it. So if somebody talks about something you've done, don't you have the right to say your side? So all she did was present her facts about the makeup, and the facts were it was 2 grand worth for 400, and she addressed things that were against her. So if you take yourself out of the situation and see it for what it is, somebody made a claim about something, so all she did was address those facts. So then why is it stuff about me posted? And I didn't put receipts out or anything. They did say mods and stuff. I didn't put any text messages out. So why am I the one? And like they said, maybe because they see me as weaker because of my emotions, and I have no idea. I don't know. I must, or maybe I missed something. But all nothing was addressed about the chaotic stuff. You know what I mean? This was about the makeup and stuff like that. So I have no idea. I must have missed something. Why there was stuff about me posted? Can somebody clarify that? Are you here, chaotic?
Hey, Arctic Wolf, and she says cult hot control
I
group.
never said anything about making stuff, and that I was just going to give it to him for free. I even still said it after the first attack. I even said to
Uh-huh.
Constance I was looking for somebody neutral, and I was going to send it to. I was going to ask if I could maybe send it to Coco or somebody else like that I thought might be neutral at the time. It was fair. I don't like wasting material. You know what I mean? I didn't even have the hatred about that, but I never said anything about money and merchandise. But yeah, I would have I just would have gave it free. I didn't want to put a price because I felt funny about that because I thought it was my friend. I didn't want to charge my friend. That's all.
It's so funny how they have all these receipts, and their receipts are just private texts behind our backs. And it's like, well, let's see your receipts. It's like, I don't have any because I never talked to Southern Girl.
But know what's
I mean,
funty?
you
I haven't even looked at
fruitcake.
any of mine. It's not even crossed my mind to look at them yet. I have all of them too. Not once have I said, let me sit and see what I can find on them. Not me. Nope. Not even looked at them once. I have all of them too. I don't even want to go through them. Don't want to.
I don't know. I don't
Didn't want to
know.
look at it.
I know. I know. And I'm
Just
just,
like when Mama T was yelling at me, "Come on with it. Come to my panel and fight." Like I told her, did I could have went through her text too and I didn't. But that's just me.
right, right, right. And that's exactly what I was getting ready to say a minute ago. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
I keep doing that
Yeah,
too.
I'm not going to like. Okay, how can I say this?
Hello, Arctic and No Fear.
like that might be how you handle your friends, but that's not how I am a friend. And
Hmm.
I until the end, what was said between us was said between us, and never the tween shall meet. To me, it just shows low class just tacky. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't know. I don't. What benefit do you get from it? I don't get. I don't. What benefit other than you're proving everyone? Don't tell him where the safe is.
Hmm.
You know? Don't give him the
That is it.
password.
Yeah,
Don't give him the password.
that is it, and it's my emotions and my love is my strength and my weakness. You see, I have been through shit that I don't talk about and probably won't, but I love, and I love deeply, and it affects me because I care so much. It's a strength and weakness. It also allows me to be compassionate and empathize with others and give and be giving. But I'll just be a little more. That's why I said I have to be more guarded now. The
If
white
my
knight and
mama
shit.
was
Nope.
here, she would say, "Now, Cynthia, they're phony baloney." You see that now, don't you? They were phony baloney. Okay. I mean, just sum it up and move on. They're phony baloney. Chalk it up and move on. Lesson learned, I guess. But it's becoming a dead horse. I'm ready to move on with it.
Yeah.
We need a
But
romance.
anybody in the secret group that if they came to me or whatever, if anyone came about any of them and said something to me,
You got blocked where?
I would have said they're my friend, they're my bro. That's what I would have
Where'd
done.
you get blocked? No fear. You're
What
kidding
panel?
me. I don't know.
Oh, is there a panel right now?
I don't know.
I
That's why I
I
was
I thought
asking.
about having one, but I'm just not sure. I want to deal with
That's a
it.
good idea. How many hours do you like to be monetized?
Oh, I for a very long time have been well over the hours. I just don't
Oh,
have the
okay.
people. I didn't have the
You
people,
would get the people.
but I was told recently that it's changed and I do have the people now. I just don't know what to do or how to do it. I was told it's now been lowered to 500.
Yeah, Sandy says, I've learned to keep a very, very different set of boundaries for any online digital based connections and so called friendships.
That's what I got to do.
And I'm so glad that you summed that up in a sentence like that, because that's sort of the reason why I'm sharing that stalker story. Not only are we dealing with creepy jeeby weirdos out here, I mean, let's face it, there's freakadakes out here, and they're among us, especially in true
Freaks
crime.
among us.
You know what I mean?
That sounds like
And
a movie.
yeah,
Sorry,
and so we have to keep in
Mister.
mind that there's emotional and mental fragile people here because everybody else is at work.
Mhm. Right.
Basically, basically,
And right, everybody handles their trauma differently. Some people become hardened by theirs, and other people have their emotions and stuff like that. I'm a product of what was done to me. I cannot help that. All I can do is work on it. I cannot help the fact that I was tortured, stabbed, and everything else, right? Nope, I didn't ask
I
for it.
love you just the way you
Didn't
are.
ask for it, so fuck off.
I love you just the way you are.
Well, same to you.
But we do know that we're dealing with a ninja here, guys. So don't,
Right.
that's our disclaimer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That wasn't Elvis enough.
There's a new thing that's out that I shared on my community page, you guys, and it's called candle butter. It is a beeswax wick uh, put into a mold of wax that's, of course, like flavored with, let's say, sun dried tomato. And then when you light the candle, which is made of butter, it melts and you dip it with your Italian bread.
Interesting.
It
So it's a
is
food
very,
candle?
it's a food candle. You can eat the damn thing as it's melting.
Sweet. I think.
Hmm.
As long as there's no fruit flies or ants or something.
Where are you eating? Under a bridge?
Outside, I thought. Out in my gazebo, I pictured myself with the candles. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be good. This is at a pizzeria in Charlotte,
Oh, okay,
and
fair enough.
so
Restaurant candles good.
I try to emphasize local businesses and artists, and so that is something that I shared on my community page. If y'all, he gives a demonstration on how to do it, and you can
Okay.
use one of these molds that she bought us. And I
I'll
was
eat a
like, ooh,
restaurant candle.
I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna. It's an
They have
edible
regulations.
candle,
They have regulations and shit for safety.
an edible candle, y'all. It's called candle butter. Yeah. And because you're using beeswax, you don't get the black char of the wick. It sort of just, it becomes melted beeswax. And so there you go.
Nice, good idea.
All
Very
natural.
inventive. I love a good inventive people.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna try it this weekend. I'm gonna make a homemade pizza and make my own butter and one of these tombstone molds here she got. Marie's gonna take me to Hobby Lobby today to get me some glycerin soap too, so I
Have
can
you
make me
checked
some scary
Temu?
soap.
I'm gonna be
Well,
looking for that
he
for
said
you.
it would take forever to get here, so he'll just take
That's
me
what
over
I
there
thought.
today. Yeah,
That's what.
he
Oh,
did.
right.
Yeah,
You know what you do? You get what you need now, but at the same time, place if you see a good deal, place your future order. So by the time you're out of that shit, you get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like plan accordingly to get the good cheap shit. But get what you need for now. You know what I mean? It might be worth it. I don't know if they have a good deal or not. I'm just saying. I got a lot of art supplies cheap. It took about a
really.
week. I wasn't liking that week wait, but I said, damn, I'm spoiled with this 1 to 2 day Amazon. But I still
Right.
saved a lot of money. I got a lot of good shit for cheap.
So outside where I live in a quadruplex. I think it's called. There's two in the front and two in the back, and there's a yard, of course, and so on my patio, you can still like cut through from here to the store. And I got to thinking, and I thought, I bet if I made an obstacle course out there with with the with my grill, a couple of plants, and I put out a little table where my gazebo is at, and I picked it's a handmade teepee, a child's teepee, but I can fit in there and sort of cool off when I'm laying out in the sun, so it's kind of cool. So I
Yeah.
got all that. The kids are like, "What? Where do we walk now?" Right?
It could be your Zen teepee. You can sit Indian style and you can do the put a fan in there.
This
Shut
is
out the world.
I ruined their cut through. You remember what that was like when we were kids? Oh man, that was our cut through to the store. Bitch. Right? It's really it probably won't stay there, but I was thinking it. I thought "But this looks like an obstacle course where I'm trying to keep everybody out." You
Obstacle
remember
courses are
those
cool.
tires that we would like do the step thing in,
Oh
and
yeah.
then that was cool.
I got a
But
kit actually last year on Amazon, obstacle course kit. It was like cones and
yeah,
rings and all that, so I could do that stuff
awesome
actually. So I can make a OT course in my yard for
parkour
summers.
course.
So I could do
Yeah,
physical therapy and occupational therapy during the summer months. And
heck
you create your
yeah.
own obstacle course and you can throw the rings on the cones and do all that shit. It was pretty cheap.
That's a good way to recycle your tires too, and they're just pretty when you paint them.
Yeah, I was looking for tires for a while, but I figured that's just more junk for me. But I wanted to also paint tires and use them for planners. Other people in the family weren't so keen on me getting tires, so you can use the rings, the little plastic rings, kind of like the tires. It's not the same. Hula hoops, stuff like that.
There was two very long comments on Constance's commentary of our live or Leslie's live or someone's live last night,
I didn't
and
notice.
it was very long. Actually, I won't read it because it's that long, and it's in two parts. And in it, I'm pretty sure that they said they were going to take her basket of pamphlets away from her today.
Excuse me?
You know, the missionaries.
Yeah. Wait, whose post was it?
It was on. I'm making a joke, and you're
I know
hurting me
that.
here.
No, I get that you were making a joke, but at the same time, it made me think, what post is this? You know, like I'm all like
Okay,
thinking too much.
go to her the commentary that she did of us in the middle of the night.
Oh, she did it. Oh, okay,
Telling
so
us
she
how
did it.
our emotional response was wrong and how we did
Okay.
everything wrong.
Well, I could do the same thing and point out all your flaws, but I won't do that. I won't do that because I don't do that.
Well,
I
think
can
of
try
it
to help
lightheart.
people.
Think
Yeah,
of it lighthearted.
I could try to make people understand, but you know, that's all I could do.
Well, after I read it, I thought to myself, boy, they're going to take her basket of pamphlets away today. It's just the way it read to me.
I mean,
There may have
we
been a
already saw some of
demotion.
that. We saw some of that yesterday.
There may have been a demotion after that.
5 a.m. What?
Yeah, I think Southern Girl watched it.
Oh Lord! All I know is I woke up at 6 in the morning and I had an earbud in, and it was friggin' Anissa, and I'm like, oh shit, she's still on.
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
went.
sure they're taking the air out of her bike tires today. No fear.
How long was it?
She's got a hand over the white button down and black slacks.
Or maybe traded in for something else. Um, how long was it? Was it like an all
uh,
nighter?
she fell asleep on panel.
No, no, she didn't.
And that's what she did on Izzy's this morning.
No, but it looked like Anissa, her party went on. Like I woke up literally at 6, and it was to Anissa singing, and I was so confused, and I had an earbud in, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? This singing woke me up. I was so confused, and I'm like, oh shit, she's still live, and I just went back to bed for just a little bit because I was up, you know, pretty late.
Yeah.
This ain't helping my try to restart my whole sleep pattern thing. My cutoff of midnight isn't working out good lately because I was up till almost 2 again.
Yeah, we thank shout out to those that I can remember who all they were. Let's see, it was Angie Chihuahua Mom. It was I think Mama of Two, I think.
Hmm.
And Sarah for Charlie's birthday fund. We went to Taco Bell and I felt it all night long. And so I was like in and out, in and out, in and out, listening. So I knew there was lives happening. I just don't think I was that coherent.
Yeah, I just figured you could pick out whatever food with that would help, you know. Like you said, ice cream. Pick out whatever you like.
Yeah, he got ice cream. He got the
Get the ice cream you like.
the
Get the
red,
good
white,
one.
and blue ice cream. When we lived at the beach, the ice cream truck that came around back then, he doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. I said, "Don't you remember y'all got the SpongeBob bars, and they
Oh,
had
those
the
were the shit.
googly
The gumball
eyes?"
eyes. The gumball
Yeah,
eyes.
and he's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." I'm like, "How do you not remember
My favorite
that?"
was the screwball. The screwball cone with the little
But
gumball
the
at the
moon was
bottom.
high and the sun was low. Don't you remember?
Man, I used to pick buckets of berries in the woods just to get my neighbor to pay me. I traded her buckets of berries, a lot of hard work for her to buy me a screwball for 75 cents. I got shit, but I was happy to do it. I learned to work early, you know, for my money.
Picking berries hurts.
2 buckets for my screwball, and it was worth it.
That's funny. Yeah, she fell asleep on Izzy's panel. She was having some discussion with Janica, trying to air out what happened when it all went down that made Rabbit leave for a little while.
Hmm.
And so it was almost squashed, and then it seemed insincere. And so,
I
and
missed a
then,
lot of that.
yeah, so that's sort of what happened there this morning. I hope I summed that up okay for everybody. I'm not sure how it
Yeah,
ended.
I missed most of that time, like when she left her. All I know is I heard she left, you know, at that time, so it's like it wasn't anything I was privy to or anything, so
I didn't know what the heck they were talking about.
I was just like, when she came back, I'm like, oh, cool, you're back. You know, that's all for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, did you watch Ernie get naked last night? Just kidding.
All right, here's the thing. Whose channel was I on? Was
Sorry.
it Traders? Traders or Nest? I was watching somebody, and then I saw he was live. I flipped over for 1 second, saw that he was admiring his body in bed, saying,
Yeah,
"Look
he
at
was
this,"
admiring
and I'm
his
like,
own body.
"Yeah, he was." He was like, "Look at,"
Damn, I'm hot.
I'm like, "Okay, I'm going back over here. I'll see you later." Yeah, I
I
said
remember feeling
it.
good about myself in my 30s, just
I
thinking, damn,
mean,
I'm
yeah,
hot.
it made me chuckle, but I was like, "All right, I gotta go back to this live."
Yeah. Ken kept coming in and out doing the Xander.
behind behind the
He
wall,
cracks me up.
with
I'm so
the head
glad he
poking
is
around.
my husband, man. He cracks me up. I mean, every now and then I would be like so into the show and I'd look over my shoulder and there he would be.
Taking my woman.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you know what I'm talking about because you've seen him do it.
Hmm.
And it appears behind me. So
No,
you need to be
it made me
smoking
laugh.
something next time and maybe some dark sunglasses or something.
It made me laugh. I just wanted to go back to the other one. I wanted to pop in and see what it was about. He came over there though after his live.
Yeah,
Him and all his people that were in his chat came over there.
yeah.
Rap her. Oh, it's a variety of things. Serial killers, knives, protection, nunchucks, fuckery, backstabbing,
Yeah,
everything. A little bit of all of it, you
pretty
know?
much. And then at the
Stalkers.
end, to top it all off, some Leonard Skinner.
Freebird.
Mama told me
Good
when I
song.
was you.
Is this karaoke? Sweet.
Your turn. You sing.
I'm trying to open this fucking wrapper. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Trying to open
Oh
something.
man. You need to
Okay.
smoke the same weed I'm smoking, Sarah. Get on board.
Well, I have a medicine that's like it's like an edible for the nighttime, but I haven't been taking it. But sometimes it makes me kind of stoned, you know? I'm not gonna lie. If I take it
Yeah,
too
that's the
early,
whole point. Oh yeah. Hey,
it
wrap
doesn't always
us
do
up.
it, but
But it's
it doesn't always do
Friday.
it, but sometimes it does. Sometimes I'm like, whoa,
Now, when I
whoa.
worked at this particular company, uh, it was owned by a conglomerate in the UK. And one of my bosses told me that he was in trouble, and I said, "Why?" He's like, "I'm in the doghouse." Why is that? He said, "Well, um, when my wife got home from work and she picked up my baby, it bit me in the face." And I said, "Well, why?" It
Pick
got
up my
to my
baby.
bed in the garage.
In the garage. In the
And I said,
garage.
and I was like, "Oh, I bet she panicked. Oh my gosh, what about CPS?" He goes, "No, there's no drinking age over in the UK." And I'm like, "You can just give your baby a beer? Sure, why not?"
Cheers. Is that true?
Well, he was teething. So,
He was teething. Well, hey, they used to rub whiskey and I think honey and a little. I think they used to take a thimble of whiskey and rub it on their gums
yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day
they
for
do.
the
I think
numbing
they still do that, don't they?
as a topical because it's so numbing. I think they
Yeah.
did used to do that. I
Yeah, so
mean, people may do.
I did not know that like, outside the US that there's pretty much no we're more strict about, you can't, I guess when I was like 15, you could be 18, and then it went to 19 for a year, and then it jumped to 21 in North Carolina when I
Yeah,
was
it
a
just keeps
teenager.
going up. They did that for the cigarettes too. It used to be 18.
But yeah,
You
in the
know, Nick.
UK, it was
Yeah, and
okay.
Nicolina was talking yesterday. I heard when I was, beach walking, she said something about a law going into effect in her area for the hands-free driving, and I'm like,
Wow.
I've been dealing with that for years here. I'm
Oh,
in
really?
Massachusetts. Oh yeah. I'm still screwed up and trying to get used to it. When I drive, I have to hold my phone down and put it on. It has to go through the car or your speaker. If you get
Right.
caught with your phone in your hand, you will get pulled over in a ticket. It's been that way for years, and I'm still trying to retrain my brain from all the years of driving on the phone. It's really hard. Yep,
They
they will
don't,
pull you over and
if
give you a
it's that
ticket.
way here, they sure the hell don't enforce it here.
They'll if they want to and they got ticket time and got to meet their quota, they will.
That's
Pretty
interesting.
dumb, huh? But yeah.
Yeah.
I say when I got pissed so many times about this law going, this is actually more dangerous because when a call comes through, a doctor or something saying I need to answer it, I have to fumble around and push buttons and make sure it's this and going through, I have to do more. That's actually more dangerous than if I just pressed answer and talked. So you're actually creating more of a danger as a driver for me, I say, from all the different buttons and everything I have to push. I'm not looking at the road. I'm having to do all this shit to answer my phone and make sure I'm not getting in trouble, causing more safety things, I think. But that's
Yeah,
just my
I
opinion.
see your point.
It
I
puts it
remember
more at risk, you know?
back in the day when it seemed like they accommodated a cell phone more in the 90s. You remember like you could go by the where they would install your stereo and stuff, and they would install your cradle, I think is that what it's called, and
I don't
all
know.
and the and all that stuff. They would do all that stuff back then. Now they don't do it. Are you in a
Well,
bad mood?
your phone has to go through your stereo or has to
Are
be
you
on
mad at me?
speaker. Are you? Yes. You didn't.
I get in the Friday mood.
I can write in the chat now on StreamYard on my phone. This is so weird. I'm free. I'm free. I
That's the
can
new
chat.
fragrance, guys.
I can
It's the
chat.
new
Don't do it. Oh
fragrance.
no. Okay, I'm ready for it. Go ahead, torture me. I'm gonna make one on you. It's gonna be something
You
else.
ready?
I'm thinking. I'm gonna make a retaliatory video in my intro.
Remember, if you think they're onto you, give us the signal. You remember the signal? That's right.
No,
What the
oldie
hell?
but goodie for the Tigers. Oh man, what do you got planned for the weekend? She said,
Yeah,
did they change StreamYard? I don't
what
know.
they did this morning when I started talking, I noticed there was a little. I always use my phone, and at the bottom on the iPhone there was a little button that said you could push it to talk, talk in the chat, join the chat, and I had to do a two-step verification. So Gypsy thought I fell off the studio, but I was really just doing the two-step verification because I had to log in through Google, and
Hello, Jason.
now I can chat basically on my phone. Now you can chat. You just have to log in and if you have two-step verification, then you can join the chat and be in StreamYard on your phone at the same time, which you never could. So it's like desktop mode. So they did do some kind of an update, and this is the first I've seen of it.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Jason.
it's pretty cool. Because now, like, if there's something going on the panel and people are talking, you can now join the chat. Interact with the chat if it's you can't talk yet. Or if I want to like flip people off with emojis, whatever.
Yeah, so what was I thinking? I lost my train of thought. Shit.
It's all random. TPs in your yard, obstacle course, machetes in my
Yes.
car.
You
We're
said
just
something
winging it.
about a middle finger, and it made me think of a meme that I posted yesterday.
I was saying I
Uh,
could put middle fingers in the chat if people
it,
are on panel, and if I want
it
to do
goes
that, I
something
can.
like, someone just, someone just gave me half a peace sign. Weird.
Good one. I
Yeah,
like it.
it's very funny. It made me think of that. I got one hand in my pocket, the
And
other
the other
one's
one's
doing a peace
smoking a
sign.
cigarette.
Yeah, there you go. My grandson went and saw one of his first concerts in his life. He's going to be, what, 19 in October? and he went and saw Weezer in downtown Charlotte, uptown
Oh wow,
Charlotte.
they still play?
Yeah, they were with some other bands in the
Wow.
pavilion. Yeah, yeah. I saw some cool stuff there. The same place he's at, I saw No Doubt, or no, did I see that in Concord? Maybe in Concord. I saw No Doubt and Gwen Stefani. Man, her foot came like right at my face when she would do this
Cool.
kick. Yeah, she was cool as hell.
Yeah, she seemed like a energetic performer.
I'm just a girl in the world. So
I
this is
never
what's
saw her.
happened new in our life. Um, when we got our cat, we got a coupon and took it to get clipped, and everything we thought was okay. Only when the fire was going, he wanted to show us that we clipped him. And he would lay on his back constantly, like, "Look, you took my nuts," and it made me feel guilty for a long time. I was like, "Ken, I swear." He's like, "Show, look what y'all did to me. Look, look."
Mm-hmm.
But then we've realized that there's a squirt coming around that looks a lot like our cat and a lot like the neighbor's cat. And I was like, wait a minute. And I'm starting to put two and two together, and I'm carrying the one. And I think this little kitten might be my cat's. And so I said, all this time he was trying to show us they didn't finish.
What?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any of it. I'm just
Wow.
saying this baby cat has showed up at my door that looks a lot like half my cat, half the neighbor's cat. It
Maybe they
could
didn't
be
get all
my
of his
cat.
nuts.
Do you think that could happen?
I know for a fact, and SG can I told SG about this. I
'Cause
might
he's
have
claiming it. I mean, he's brought it in and fed it.
the
Like,
pronunciation. Well, some cats. I mean, it's possible that look like another cat, but the as far as the nut thing goes, some dogs, and I would imagine cats too, are. I pronounce this wrong, but I know SG can correct me. It's cryptochordism. Now, when they
okay.
went to clip my dog, when they went to do a simple procedure for my dog, clip, doing the nuts. I picked him up and he had 15 staples in his gut. It was very invasive. He had his tongue hanging out. I'm like, what did you do to my dog? I bawled my eyes out. Like, he was just getting fixed. What's going on? Apparently, the vet couldn't find his nut. One of his testicles was lost, and he had to do a very invasive surgery to find his testicle, and it was up behind his liver or kidney or something. So
Holy
it was very,
cow.
very, very long recovery. I was very upset about it, and there's a small percentage of dogs, so I would imagine cats too, but I don't know the truth, and SG can correct me that their testicle doesn't descend. So maybe it's possible if the nut's still in there, it's connected. I don't know, but it's a real small percentage, and I wasn't happy about it, but he's fixed.
Well, when we first moved here, I noticed this white cat,
He
and
had to find his
it
nads.
scared it scared my cat at first. It's a beautiful cream color. And it would usually come accompanied with a male white cat that my cat did not like at all, and they would scrap. I mean, you would hear them, at each other.
Oh, they
I
tear it
don't
up.
know what happened to that cat, but my neighbors did move away, and so this other white cat that's still here with the baby looks like my cat. So I'm like,
Your cat's
and
a
it'll
G.
I think that he went and got married and had a kid
Are
when
you
we
my
weren't
father?
looking.
Are you my father?
I mean, he's like bringing him in and feeding him. So I'm like, could be, and it's so cute because it'll get on his nerves a little bit, but then
Your
it'll like,
cat brings in another your male cat brings in like motherly, it has maternal instincts, brings in the baby.
it sure does. Brings it
Wow,
in the
that's
back door.
cool.
Brings it in the back door. Shows us where the food's at, and then they
That is
play.
that is
It's
cute.
cute.
You should make a
It's
video of
cute.
that.
I got a video of the cat meowing, just happy to be alive, and real playful and stuff. And when mine wants to lay down and take a nap, he still wants to lay, or she. I don't know if it's a boy or girl yet, wants to play with my cat, and I don't know, it's keeping him young, keeping him spunky. When he wants to be lazy, it's no, you're
Aw,
not
he has a
going.
little cat friend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where I
He's a
used
good
to have a
baby
Shih
daddy.
Tzu. Yeah, he is. Well, this woman that keeps coming around wanting her baby back, she'll like come up to my back porch and go, "Mwah," I'm like, you're not getting your baby back, lady.
It's
No,
my visitation time.
I wouldn't mind having them all three. I don't know where she lives. She sure is pretty too.
You can end up with all of
But
them.
they're pretty. But they definitely look like they have. If not, he's a good stepdad.
That's funny,
She's
huh?
convinced him. He
Like
feels responsible for some reason.
he's a
Anyway,
good
it is.
baby daddy.
Yeah, yeah, it's Hobbs.
I am. It's getting hot here today. I'm gonna get my
Is it?
little. I gotta see what the temperature is. This is pretty crazy. I want my pool hooked up again. Let me see. What, you guys got a nice day? We had rain for a while, so I'm glad to see some sun back.
No, they're calling for rain today, so we're gonna do them all in the movie. He wants to go see a movie that's out.
Mine went to see the Spider-Man movie recently. Let's see. Trying to find my little temperature gauge. Got moved, I guess.
So, there is damage all over Indiana from the storms, and we are supposed to get more all weekend. Wow, man,
Oh,
it's
I had a dream about a tornado. You just
crazy.
reminded me. I had a dream about tornado and the damage, and like I even remember which
Septic
places it took
orchid
out.
is what it's
Why'd I have a
called.
dream about a
Falls
tornado?
belly. I think that's for you.
Oh, let me see. Cryptorchid. I said cryptochordism, so it's cryptorchid. Cryptic orchid. Yeah, okay, thank you. The balls. My dog's Nad was lost up in his gut somewhere. And the vet said it was the worst case he's ever seen, so that didn't make me happy either. Staples and stitches. I'm like looking at metal, like why do they have to staple it if it's sewn up? That's what I don't get. You have metal prongs stuck into your flesh. That must hurt. They tried giving him Xanax and it didn't do anything. He was psycho. Probably itched like hell.
He wants me to get off and take him to the mall now. I
Mm-hmm.
remember those
That's
days.
all good.
Can we like go to
Southern
the
girl might go
mall
live.
now? God. The food court.
I try to avoid it at all costs. I haven't been to the mall in years.
I love our
It's the
mall.
place I do not go.
She
But I
said,
mean, when
gotta
I was a kid,
get
it was
some
fun.
cookie shopping done this evening.
I avoid it like the plague.
I'm a people watcher. I go and watch people.
Yeah, I guess that could
There's
be
a lot
fun
of
too.
visual stimuli at a mall.
True.
And then all the smell of the food.
Sorry,
What's
here
your
comes the
favorite
plane.
restaurant at the mall?
I don't even eat out. I'm not even a restaurant person. That's the
Let's say I
thing.
took
Like,
you on a
when I hear
date.
about
Do you like
everyone going out to
roses?
eat, I don't go out to eat.
What if I took you on a date? Do you like roses?
I do indeed.
Where
In
would you
fact,
want
I
me
have
to
a whole
take you to eat?
collection. Um, I have no experience, so I don't know. You pick.
Well,
How
here
many
at our
roses am I getting? What color are you getting me?
how about yellow?
I prefer the pink and yellow blend, the sherbet.
Ooh. The sherbet.
I think it's called sorbet, but I call it sherbet. I like yellow,
Absolutely.
the peace rose, the ones I showed you yesterday that the
Yeah.
rabbits haven't eaten yet,
I like warm tones. Yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, where would you eat if you went to the mall right now with your family? Where would you eat?
A mall type place. Do they have Olive Garden at a mall, or is that not a mall
They
thing?
do at mine.
Well, probably that then. I do
Yeah,
like their
they
breadsticks
got the
and
best
salad.
salad in the world,
The
don't they?
salad and breadsticks, that's all I need. I'll just keep
Not
eating that.
really. Yeah, you just leave all the free stuff.
Yep. I take the food home and eat the free stuff until I'm full. You know, I'll just take like a bite because then I get the other meal home.
Good to see you, Julie and Sassy Mamacita.
That's a
Sassy
fun word.
Mamacita.
Sassy, mamacita,
So sassy.
mamacita.
And a word from our sponsor.
Wow. Not anymore.
Wonder if Ash is still over.
I'm fired. I am on the
Oh,
X. I'm on the X list.
sure.
At least it's a group. At least it's a group X list, you know?
You know,
Julie! Oh, now I can post to Julie.
there's
I can post her a
is a
secret message.
Sbarro's pizza where you get like a pizza, one slice is, could feed you and a small family. Seriously. And then there's like a Jamaican restaurant there where they've got Jamaican jerk chicken with rice. That's what I usually get. It's at the food court.
Mm-hmm. I have to be
Um,
careful of all that stuff because of the MSG. Remember, I have such a reaction that,
oh,
like, that's why I have to make. I make like even packets like you buy for the simplest thing, like taco packets, chili packets. I make all that myself in mason jars, and I make put all the spices in it and use like a tablespoons instead, like 3 tablespoons for a packet and stuff like that because I can't. It's in almost everything. MSG. You'd be surprised. I could be like an experiment. Let's see if I live longer because I don't eat all the toxin of that's in all of our food. I have no idea.
prayers going out to Sassy there.
Sassy, what happened? Oh, oh, oh. I gotta back it up. Sassy, where are you? Okay.
She said she needed
Oh,
more
just prayers.
prayers.
Okay. Well, I hope everything's okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Very sorry. Yeah, we like saying her name. Sassy Mamacita.
It's fun. It's a fun word to say.
It is. Yeah. It rolls off the tongue better than Mamita Alicia, right?
Well,
You
actually, I like that. That kind of rolls off the tongue too, and so does
like
the
that too?
Jaja.
You
Well, the
like
Jaja, I like that. That does roll off the tongue, and I'm glad I found out like a while ago. I cracked the mystery and found out that it means ha 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 because I didn't know what it meant, you know. So now I feel good. It's good I know that now.
I can
The
say mi
mystery.
bueno verde pantalones,
I say Yo quiero Taco Bell. That's
doce
it.
cervezas,
That's it.
dos cervezas. It's
Um.
beers. It's beers.
¿Qué? ¿Qué?
And I said, I have green
Mira, ¿qué?
pants. I think I said I have green pants.
I have no idea.
Verde pantalones is green pants.
We might be losing our mind online.
Well, I gotta go run to the mall, and so wish me luck. I might. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's for his birthday, so I'll probably be going for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking him to a movie and lunch. So
Well, that sounds fun. He'll have fun.
I think it was the Chinese at the mall we're gonna do. Ja 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 ja. All right. Well, y'all have a good afternoon, and I'll see y'all
Oh,
in
does
the
it mean yeah,
chat.
yeah? Somebody told me it said ha ha. Okay, I need to know this. I
I
thought it
thought
was
it
ha
meant
ha
ha
ha.
ha. I thought ja ja meant yeah yeah.
Because I like it. I
It
like
means
that.
ha ha.
I like that better than regular ha ha because it spices it up a little. I like that I can post in here now. I like this.
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to shut down. Yeah. No, I'm still live.
Yeah, homemade salad dressings, everything. It's in everything. I can hardly find. I sit there at the when I'm looking for new salad dressings. You know how long it takes me to find a
They
salad dress.
have the Olive Garden salad dressing. We like drink it, man. We love
Uh,
that.
Yeah, I used to really like that. I don't know if that one's safe or not. So the one of the hidden words, and you'll find this in almost everything. I have a list that I shop with if I need it in reference, but I have a lot of it memorized. One of the hidden words for MSG is yeast extract. And if you look at bottles, you'll see that in almost everything. Like, why would yeast
Wow.
extract need to be used? When you use your logical thinking, why would that be in a dressing? You know what I'm saying? That is MSG. It's a hidden
Wow.
word. That's just my lesson for the day of
I
MSG.
have a bad reaction to yeast. That's good to know. I'm glad you told me that.
And like pea protein. It's a lot of diet stuff, a lot of the protein drinks and everything. Hydrolyzed pea protein, isolate. If you see isolate, that's MSG, which is
Hmm.
in a lot of like the whey products and everything that people drink the shakes.
Hmm.
So you're trying to do one healthy thing and you trade in a neurotoxin for another. So you gotta be careful. I'm just hypersensitive to toxins. What can I say?
A lot of us are now. We've developed a sensitivity, that's for sure, to just
Yeah,
food in
it got
general.
worse. It got
Because they're
worse over the
putting stuff
years.
in it that ain't supposed to be going in our guts, what I think.
Mm-hmm. It's
You
causing a
know?
lot of the problems, I think.
It's like whenever we get ear pierced and our body rejects it, it's like they're giving us
Right.
crap and our body's going, that don't belong here.
Right, it is rejecting it. It's
You
exactly what it
know?
is.
Like caulk in your butt when people are putting that caulk in their butt.
Cock?
Yeah. There's like
Cock? Did you say
caulk.
cock? Okay, cock. Just checking.
CAULK. You know, it blows up. What is it called? Carpenter's caulk is what they found in injectables to blow up people's butts. You
Oh, I
know,
thought
the
you meant in the butthole and a
no.
cock. Like COCK. I'm like, gypsy, yeah, some people like that. I was like, what do you mean? That's why I kept saying it. What is she talking about? Some people like cock in their butt. Oh my lord. Sorry. Wrong cocks. My bad. My bad. Spelling is everything. Spelling is everything. Dead. I'm so glad I can put skulls in the chat now.
Caulk.
Do you see why I was so confused? Why I kept saying cock? Cock? Yes. Some people are fond of a little cock and caulk.
Ow. Okay, really, I gotta go. My kid's gonna run away and leave me if
Some are fond of a little
I
caulk.
won't get to go to the ball.
Yeah, you better get out.
All
I'm gonna kill you. Okay.
right. Y'all have a
Bye.
good day. Bye.
Southern girl, your turn.
Was that wrong? Should I not have done that? I tell you, I gotta plead ignorance on this thing because if anyone had said anything to me at all when I first started here that sort of thing was frowned upon.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. survive. You went away apart, fear empty up beside you. My whole life is searching just to find you. Lost in it hasn't got the right to keep us survive.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
Go, Monty, go, 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 go! He's got green grass in front of him. He's at the 5. Touchdown! Woo!